This week on A Comic Book Orange, we review Existence 2.0 from Image Comics and interview one of the illustrators that got me into comics, Jim Mahfood. Oh, hold on a sec. I'm just about to upgrade all of Existence to the new 2.0 release. Just enter the serial number here and... Wow, cool. I wonder what new feature... Existence 2.0 is a sci-fi action mystery about a murdered scientist who transfers his consciousness into his killer right before he dies. Now, making good use of his new body, he seeks out to find the man who put the hit out on him. Nick Spencer's writing draws you in with its first-person narrative voice, but it's his subtle humor and excellent pop culture references that keep you reading. Ronald Salas's art is solid. My only critique is that the coloring is very beige, but perhaps that just makes the world a little more realistic. Existence 2.0 comes out today from Image Comics, and judging from this first issue, it's definitely a series to follow. We give it 4 oranges out of 5. This week we interview indie illustrator Jim Mahfood, best known for his work on Girl Scouts, that sounds dirty, and the Clerks comic books, which are dirty. There's, a lot of people out there who want to get into the industry. What did you do?
When I got to college, my friends and I couldn't get work with any of the publishers, so we just started making our own zines and mini comics and magazines and distributing them and putting them out ourselves. And we sort of built up an audience for this ourselves. And this was like pre-internet and everything. So it was basically word of mouth and DIY type culture, but word spread pretty quickly, and then we eventually started all getting work from Marvel and Oni based on that.
Tell me about Sparrow.
Sparrow's an art book series that IDW puts out. And it's sort of like under the Ashley Wood umbrella of his art books. And so Ash actually edited and designed my book for me. I sent him the images and it was cool because it was sort of a collaborative thing between the two of us. Him and I are sort of on the same wavelength as far as what we're into, which is like robots and shit blowing up and hot chicks and pop culture, kind of like fast paced, like just real cool visual kind of stuff.
What work do you think you're probably most proud of? I'm
doing an autobio strip on my blog called Los Angeles Ink Stains, and that's actually probably what I'm most proud of right now, is because it's a really, really honest and I think hopefully true piece of work that's just about like my life and all the weird stuff that happens out here living in LA.
Aside from illustration, you also make murals.
Yeah, the mural stuff is sort of more new. I painted down at the Spike TV building in Santa Monica, right next door to MTV. I have a mural at Monkey King, the vinyl toy store on Melrose. There's the murals on Sarah's show. I did a bunch of Street Fighter murals in New York for the big Street Fighter 4 video game. But I love painting murals. It's fun. It's like a whole different thing because it's just really big and colorful, whereas doing the comic stuff here in my studio is very small and tight and controlled. And it's kind of cool to jump from both, to do very controlled, tedious technical work to just going to a huge wall and throwing paint on it and cutting loose.
For more information on Jim Mahfood, check out his website at 40ouncecomics.com or follow his exploits on Twitter as @JimMahfood. Well, that's it for this week. Go to comicbookorange.com or YouTube to leave us comments. And I'll see you on July 22nd after a short break for another Comic Book Orange. For more information on Jim Mahfood, check out his website at 40ouncecomics.com or follow his exploits on Twitter as @4blah.